Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are all well. Now, some very exciting news came out last night. FM21 is going to be with us around the normal time, actually, November the 24th. Obviously, all very exciting. I will be dropping a episode in the next few days about my plans on the channel for FM21, so keep an eye out for that one. But obviously for now we're continuing with the Bradford Battle, and a really good episode coming up. I hope form has been good, so hopefully we can continue that for you on camera. So I think it's time for us to get stuck in. Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Bradford Battle. I'm Ben, and coming up on today's episode we have two big League 2 games. Firstly against 4th place Cheltenham, and then we follow that with a game against Oldham, who I believe are further down the table in 19th. But since the last episode, form has been pretty good. So obviously you saw that scrappy 1-0 victory over Morecambe in the last episode. We followed that up with 4 wins in a row. We beat Swindon, Crawley and Scunthorpe all in League 2, and then we made it to the quarter-finals of the AFL Trophy, beating Bolton 2-1. The latest result, another 0-0 draw with Mansfield. A bit of a bogey team for us, a team that we haven't been able to beat in the last 3 meetings, but we are still top of the league, and hopefully we can solidify that over Cheltenham and Oldham today. And as I did mention, top of the league by 3 points currently. Crew do have a game in hand on us, but we are then a further 2 points clear of Mansfield and another point clear of today's opponents, Cheltenham. No transfer news to bring you with regards to any incomings for the January transfer. Everyone who I think Rivaldo has been looking at is with a view to them joining us in June. Again, no transfers out either. So the squad is pretty similar to that we've expected, minus the 2 loanees who obviously left at the end of their loan spells in the transfer window. So the team for Cheltenham today is this. We've got McGee in goal, a back 4 of Wood, O'Connor and Henley. Taylor, Cook, Devine and Ismail make up the midfield, with McCartin in behind. The goal scoring Guthrie up front. Top scorer in the league, 19 goals in all competitions for us. Hopefully we can see his 20th today, and hopefully we can beat a Cheltenham team who obviously are doing pretty well this season and are up there with us. So a big game for us to win indeed. But I'm confident because of the form we've been on. We've looked good. Some of the victories obviously have not exactly been by a wide margin, but we have definitely played well enough for us to be winning by more. I'm going to tell the boys to go out there and show the media that they have been right to back us up. As always, the boys are going to get some faith, and let's get stuck into the first game of our episode, the big game of the episode probably. Cheltenham in 4th, we are in 1st, a chance for us to extend that gap over those playoff places, and with 18 or so games I think it is after this one, games to go, we would be in a pretty strong position to make it back into League 1 at the first time of asking, and by doing it through the automatic promotion spots. And our first highlight of the game comes here. We've got Cook on the ball. He finds McCartin, who's cutting inside. He finds Guthrie. We said we wanted to see his 20th goal of the season, and we have. What a start in the 9th minute of the game. Curtis Guthrie scores again. It's really well worked. Cook's on the ball. He finds Wood inside him, I think it is, who then finds McCartin. McCartin, I think, is actually tackled by Sheaf. He is, but it falls straight into the path of Guthrie, and he slots into the bottom corner past the Cheltenham keeper. And after 10 minutes, we are 1-0 up. And there's only one man who was going to score that goal, wasn't it? It was Curtis Guthrie. What a season he has had. Hopefully Rivaldo can keep hold of him during the summer transfer window, because I've got a feeling he might just be able to do the same up a level in League 1. And another highlight coming our way, potentially. It's to Taylor down this left-hand side. He cuts it inside to Cook, who puts a great ball out to Ismail on this right-hand side. He has got options inside him, and he's trying to pick out one of those in the box. Taylor on the edge of the area, surging in. Broom comes across. Is that a penalty? It might well be. It is! And a chance to go 2-0 up in the 20th minute. I think it's Zeli Ismail who's going to step up to take it. It is. Can he score? He can! He's only just beaten the keeper by the looks of it. Only his second goal of the season. He wasn't in the team much, I suppose, when Stevens is here. But how important goal could this be? The keeper, we had a chance to save it. But it is now 2-0 after 20 minutes. We put on a really good first half display so far. We're going to ask for a bit of creativity, but as things stand, we're going 5 points clear of Crewe, who are only drawing with Leyton Orient, albeit with them having a game in hand. 7 points clear of Mansfield, and Plymouth are leapfrogging Cheltenham, and we would be 8 points clear of them. And we'd be in a pretty strong position, but it's been a great beginning to this first half. 8 shots, 4 on target, dominated the possession, 2 goals in the bag as well. And that could well be the most rounded first half performance we have seen on the Bradford Battle so far. And is this a chance to make it even better? Wood with the throw in to McCartan, who cuts inside brilliantly. He's picked out Guthrie. Guthrie's on it again. Can he get a second? He can! It fell to Taylor on the edge of the area, who completely unselfishly slotted it to the goal-scoring machine that is Curtis Guthrie. And in the 40th minute, we're now 3-0 up. McCartan surges into the area. He's tackled well, but it falls to Guthrie. Interchanges with Chris Taylor. And that is one hell of a finish once again. 21 goals for the season. We've still got 18 games to go. Who knows how many he's going to score. But what a first half. This is the sort of dominance I was hoping I'd be seeing in between the episodes. And it's come out for you today. And what a first half that is just bringing itself to a close. Bradford 3, Cheltenham 0. Curtis Guthrie with 2 and Ismail scoring 1 from the spot. And there's only one thing we're going to say to the boys at half time. We're really pleased with the performance. Let's keep it going. And hopefully we can, and we can take this momentum straight into the Oldham game afterwards as well. What a performance from the boys. Taylor is in on this left. He's had a really good game. He's simply in because Pritchard isn't fit enough to start. He'll probably come on. And what a chance that was whilst I was speaking. Ince with a header. And that was almost a goal back for Cheltenham, who have probably come out all guns blazing in the second half. I was just talking about how amazing Chris Taylor was doing. He's in because Pritchard is injured. Or, well, not quite fully fit. He's returning from an injury. And as I was speaking, Ince could have put a goal back and made this second half a bit more nervy. We're going to demand a little bit more. We haven't seen anything of us so far. And it looks like Cheltenham have come out and dominated this second half from the off. I've just noticed whilst I was looking down here, Crewe are losing to Leyton Orient. So this could be a huge, huge win for us. And I was talking about him a little while ago. Chris Taylor's picked up a knock. Pritchard's okay to come on. He just wasn't fit enough to start. That will be the only change we'll make for now. I don't want to change what currently is looking like a really good winning formula. And hopefully Chris Taylor isn't out for long. Is this our first chance of the second half? Henley to Guthrie for a hat-trick. What a save! It's not a save. It's hit the post. What an effort from Guthrie. A great ball in from Adam Henley on this right-hand side. Guthrie beats everyone and gets his head on it, but he can't quite nestle it in the back of the net for his hat-trick. And I feel like he does deserve a hat-trick based on his game today. His all-round performance has been brilliant. So hopefully he can get a hat-trick in these last 15 minutes or so. Just a couple of fitness changes to be made. Paddy O'Connor struggling at the back, so Richards Everton can come on for him. And Ismail also not quite fully fit on this right-hand side. We'll get Jordan Gibson on this right-hand side for him. And that will be the team that will see us through the last 15 minutes. And hopefully see us through to a pretty impressive victory. And one that currently is taking us 6 points clear at the top of the league, albeit with one more game played than second place Crewe. But it would still mean if they win that we are 3 points clear at the top of the league and in a really, really solid position to go back into League One. We're going to praise the boys just towards the end of the game. They've been awesome all game. A great performance. And could we see one last highlight in our favour? Or is it going to be a consolation goal for Cheltenham? Emmanuel Thomas has just sprinted forward pretty much a whole half and he's back on the ball again. He finds Hussey on this left-hand side who puts the ball in. Richards Everton. What on earth has just happened? An absolute shocker at the back from Richards Everton. He's come on because O'Connor was struggling for fitness. and he's not going to be playing the next game, I can tell you that. Hussey with the ball in. Richards Everton can just hoof it, but him and McGee make some sort of... I don't even know how to explain it. Absolutely awful from the two at the back. It's a shame to concede a goal. It shouldn't concede our victory, but it's a blemish on the clean sheet and a blemish on the performance from one of the substitutes. McGee perhaps should have saved it, but Richards Everton should not be doing that. He could have just hoofed the ball clear. We appreciate the efforts. I don't know what happened in the second half. It was unacceptable after that first half display. A few players confused and demotivated at the comments, mainly the substitutes if I'm being honest. But at least we did get the win. A 3-0 win, and hopefully we can take that form onto the Oldham game that I will see you for in a second. So no late transfer deadline day business from Rivaldo, but you are looking at the manager of the month for January. Really good month. We won 5 out of 6 games that we had in the league. The only draw was against Mansfield, and that was also mainly down to the man who's picked up the player of the month, Curtis Guthrie. 5 goals and 6 appearances, 7.72 rating for him. And hopefully we can both continue our good form today against Oldham. The only change, Pritchard is back in on the left-hand side for Chris Taylor, who picked up a tight groin in the last game. So he will still be out for a couple of weeks or so. Apart from that, the team that took apart Cheltenham in the first half is exactly the same. And hopefully they can take Oldham apart for the whole game today. A team in Oldham that are quite far down the league, a team we should be comfortably beating, and I expect nothing but a win from the match for us to keep our good run of form going and for us to maybe extend our lead at the top of the table as well. As always, we have faith in the boys, and let's get stuck into our second game of the episode. As I said, Oldham are way down in 18th. They're a team, if we're going to win this league, we really should be beating. And hopefully there are a few teams out there who can do us a favour as well and make our fellow rivals near the top of this table drop some points. But an early sign, 7 minutes in, one shot each rather, but we are dominating the possession. So hopefully we can start converting that into a few more shots as the game goes on. Plymouth, man, have really snuck themselves into contention here. They've been on a really good run of form. They were nowhere near it, I don't think, in the last episode, but now they've snuck themselves into 4th, and if results go their way, they could well sneak themselves into the automatic promotion spots as well. But as for our game, 20 minutes gone and we haven't seen a highlight. But looking down here, we've had 7 shots, only 2 of which have been on target. And the first highlight we're going to see looks like it's for Oldham, and it is. And Chris McCann has put Oldham in front. It's come from a corner. Felipe Moraes with a ball in from this right-hand side. It's not very well defended at all. Chris McCann is free at the front post and heads past. I mean, we've got 3 people on the line. Surely one of them can stop that. And is it a bit of against the run of play? I think it might be. It looks like we've dominated the early proceedings, but it is Oldham who have got the goal, and we're now going to have to come back from one behind. We've demanded more, and we have got this immediate highlight. Chris Wood then surging forward with the ball. He's got options ahead of him. One of them is Ismail, who he can't quite pick out, but it's only cleared as far as Henley, who gets it into Devine. Henley out to Ismail again. He's lost it again, and now is there going to be a break for Oldham and perhaps a second goal in quick concession? Guthrie does well to nick it off of them. Cook gathers it in the middle. Back to O'Connor. Can we build this time? Wood to Cook to Pritchard, who's under a bit of pressure, but he's kept it well. Found Cook again. Sprays it to Ismail. Can he keep the ball this time? He can! He finds Guthrie! I said I wanted his form to continue. Well, it is. Another goal for Curtis Guthrie. 22 for the season. Pritchard and Cook interchange. Cook sprays it out to Ismail, who the previous 2 times has lost the ball. Not this time. He gets his cross in, and Guthrie gives us an immediate response. And looking at the stats, the goal we deserve? And can we now kick on from here and grab a second and hopefully therefore take the game away from this Oldham team? Ismail was really frustrating in those first couple of moves of the highlight, but he eventually got the cross in, and a fantastic cross for Guthrie to head. And here's a corner for us. Cook, Guthrie's on in again. He's beaten to it well at the back post, and Devine gathers, but they're in. Nupamecano is in on his own. If he can't get the ball across the pitch, Henley does really well to do so. Mills, McCartan tackles. We've a chance to break now. It's end-to-end stuff in this game. Pritchard, is he going to take on his man? He is, and he's beaten him, and he's got men with him. Wood, can he get the cross in? Guthrie! Oh, you would have put money on Curtis Guthrie scoring, but it's just crept the wrong side of the post, and it is still 1-1 in the game. It looks like we're at risk of just being caught on the counter by Oldham, but nothing more. And when they do come forward, basically every shot they're getting is likely to be on target. But a solid first half from us. I'm surprised we've not got more than the one goal. Maybe that will change as half-time approaches. 2 minutes of added time. If not, we're going to give the boys a bit of an aggressive team talk. It is half-time. It is 1-0. Chris McCann with the goal in the 23rd minute, but Curtis Guthrie was quick to respond in the 28th. 13 shots, only 5 of which have been on target. Hopefully a better conversion rate in the second half can see us take this game and pick up a really big 3 points. A bit of an aggressive team talk. Ismail, the only person who seemed to lose confidence. We're also going to demand more right at the start of the half and see if we can grab what might be a winning goal. I'd back that if we scored one, we might score a couple more. But the risk is we don't want Oldham coming out fired up in this second half and scoring what I think it's against the runner player. I don't really know. They've had a fair few chances in this second half already. But looking at the stats from the first half, you would have put us in front. The defence, all of them, apart from Anthony O'Connor, having pretty dire games. And therefore, that might well be the positions that we look to change in a second. But I'm hoping we might see a highlight beforehand. We are, however, approaching the hour mark. And there is not much happening for us at the moment. So we are going to make some changes. Mellor's going to come on for Henley, who is having a pretty shocking game. And we'll leave it at that for now. And we'll also just give the boys a shout of some get creative. I'm just wary. We brought Richards Everton on in the last game for O'Connor. And safe to say it didn't go too well, did it, viewers? He obviously scored an own goal. So I'm safe. I'm going to keep him on because I don't feel like he deserves to come off. 20 shots for us now. Surely we're going to be able to get one in the goal eventually. Guthrie obviously scoring the one goal already. We've dominated the possession, nearly up at 60%. And you would have thought with 21 shots, 8 of which have been on target, we would have at least put more than one in the goal. But as time ticks by, I'm forever wondering if we are just going to be seeing a 1-1 draw. Shane McCartan not having the best game. We will drop Guthrie back. We'll do this. We did this earlier on in the season. We've not done it much recently, but Guthrie can go back and McCartan can come off for Lee Novak up front. Apart from that, Connor Wood's the only other one, but that would mean bringing on Richards Everton, and I don't really feel like I want to after the last game. So for now, that will be the change we will make, and we will hope that that could be a change that sparks the winning goal, because as 10 minutes remain, it is still 1-1, and I can't shout at the boys at the moment, but there is a highlight. Mellor to Zeli Ismail, who's beaten to it again, is he? He is. And there's a chance for him to break, but they cleared it straight to O'Connor. Devine finds Cook. Guthrie now in a different role, but he's played it really well. Wood on this left. Is he going to get the cross in? Pritchard shoots. Oh! It's ever so close to being the winner. Harry Pritchard on this left-hand side with a bullet of a strike. It's not quite made it into the back of the net, but it wasn't far off. We've got 3 minutes to get a winner. Is this going to be... I mean, it's not, we don't deserve to draw. We've completely and utterly dominated the game. But unless there is going to be late drama, it's at the wrong end. Get the ball clear. McGee's in from them. Oh, Carl Piagiani has scored from another corner. McGee with a howler, I think. The ball has come in from this corner on the right-hand side, and Pagani gets up. McGee should be just catching that and sending us on our way. It's gone through his hands. And how have we lost this game of football? 23 shots, 8 on target, 61% possession, and we've lost 2-1. I think that is what you call an FM. We're going to get aggressive. It is our first loss in a little while. We weren't good enough. That is the sort of match that we well and truly should be winning. And how does that affect the league table and Crewe's proximity to us? We're okay. We're top by 4 points. Crewe, with a game in hand, are 5 points behind us. So we're still top regardless of their result in their game in hand. But we need to get back to winning ways pretty quickly. Hopefully we can do for this run of games. We'll be back then at the end of the month. We'll be back for Plymouth, who are obviously flying at the moment, and Salford. Things may change depending on how we get on against Man United under-23s in the Cup. But I hope you have enjoyed today's episode, and if you have, please leave a like down below for me. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager content, and thank you all for coming along and watching.